We're out here, alone, in the Superstition Mountains, a range surrounded by legends, disappearances, and stories that have earned it a reputation unlike anywhere else. For generations, this place has been spoken about with caution, not just because of the terrain, but because of what people claim to have experienced here. For the next 2 nights, we'll push deeper into the mountains, carrying everything we need, enduring cold desert nights, relentless wind, and navigating a landscape where water isn't always guaranteed. Between the blazing desert sun, the rugged, unforgiving terrain, and the constant wind once you're exposed, this is a place that demands respect. Welcome to the Superstition Mountains. All right, we're heading in now. Let's go. Pretty amazing place so far. For the objective today, we're trying to make it up into the higher mountains and possibly camp near a natural spring for the first night. There's not always a guarantee of water source around this region, depending what time of year, rainfall, and whatnot. We actually packed 10.5 liters of water to get us going, but it's looking like there's likely going to be some water sources on the trail, but it's never to be guaranteed. You can see the sun right overhead above Miner's Needle here. Starting to gradually climb up elevation here. Pretty windy day today. No shortage of heat, but the wind really helps. Beautiful out here. So we're just getting to the top of the mountain saddle here. We're gonna try to find a place to set up camp for the night. It's gonna get dark quickly in the next few hours, so we're gonna try to plan things ahead of time and find a nice spot around here. Upon climbing up a little bit higher, we found an amazing place to set up camp for the night. Got a beautiful view of Miner's Needle. Beautiful 360-degree views all around. because it's so windy, I don't want to take any chances if I let this tent go for a second. So I'm just putting in one guy line around this rock to keep it weighted down. Just in case there's the off chance I get complacent, I let go for a moment, the wind comes, it just pulls this thing away. After a windy setup, finally getting home established for the night. As the temperature slowly drops, we refuel while watching the sun fade beyond the horizon of the Sonoran Desert. After enduring a cold, wind-swept night on the mountaintop, combined with a beautiful sunrise, we continue on the journey. For the objective today, we're trying to make it to that natural spring I was telling you about yesterday. We had to make the judgment call to stop a little earlier, and I'm glad we did because we just set up in time and got situated before nightfall, and any more would have been pushing for time. But today we're gonna head to the water source, refill our water, and see how much farther we can make it past there. We still have 4 liters of water between the two of us, but it's good to stay on top of the water supply out here. So we're just here at this natural spring. We're gonna fill up our water bottles, then continue on. Perfect timing. This right here is an aloe vera plant, commonly used for skincare and healing, but it can also be very dangerous if not handled correctly.
You definitely want to be really cautious coming through here. There's a lot of sharp plants that can hurt you. And that aloe vera back there, you do not want to get cut by it. It's extremely sharp. You don't want to fall on it. It's as sharp as knives. That thing will pierce right through organs. And not only that, but it has serrated hooks facing downwards. So if you get stabbed by it, it has the fishing hook effect. And it's going to be likely a lot of trouble and a big problem healing from that. So give these plants a wide berth. We've been blessed so far not to get stabbed or poked by anything, and we're trying to keep it that way. It's getting pretty hot out here today. Can only imagine what temperatures are like in the summer months coming through here. That ahead of us up there is the famous Weaver's Needle, and there's plenty of stories revolving around that structure right there. Just passing through some prime rattlesnake territory. Luckily this time of year they're bedding in for the winter, but it's always good to keep the guards up. Two eyes, face looking right between the rocks. We went through a little bit of scrambling with some tense spots getting through. Feels good to be back on solid ground now. Got some trail we're working with. The last few kilometers was definitely a grind. So for the objective this evening, we're gonna try to get up to the highest point before the descent down for our final day tomorrow. But we're keeping an eye open for a possible spot to set up camp along the way. So we found an area here we're gonna call home for the night, and check out the view right behind us. We got the famous Weaver's Needle right in view. Oh my God, what a day. Oh. So there's a famous legend regarding Weaver's Needle behind us. So there was a famous Dutchman back in the day named Jacob Waltz, and apparently many years ago, he found a gold mine somewhere in these mountains, and he actually hid the gold somewhere. And legend says that he left a clue of where it is, and how that clue is told is when you look at Weaver's Needle, there's a certain time of day that it casts a shadow, and it's supposed to have a leading direction to where the gold is. Now legends say, and there's a lot of stories about this, that a lot of people have came here looking for this gold, and most of the people that have went looking for this gold have actually went missing or never returned. And there's many mysteries of people who have gone missing. People have found dead in these mountains. So whether you believe the legends or not, I think it's really good to respect this mountain area, and it's definitely not to be taken lightly, whether you believe the legends or not. So we're just wrapping up the last few kilometers here. It's been an epic journey, probably one of our favorite journeys thus far. That being said, it's definitely not to be taken lightly. Total, we've covered, once we're at the back to the base here, we've covered just over 20 kilometers. And there's some parts that are pretty grueling. These mountains are something special, but definitely not to be taken for granted. And whether you believe the legends or not, I think it's definitely good to respect this place.
I hope you guys enjoyed this journey. Even a video doesn't fully capture just how powerful this place is. Some things you just have to experience for yourself. If this video added any value, your support really means a lot. Thanks for watching, and until next time.